Hey guys, what's up? This is Boy16, and I'm filming with the helmet cam if you haven't noticed already. In this video, I'm going to be going over the newest upgrades we've made to the two scooters, my East Coast Wholesale's Super 1000, or I like to call it the Turbo 1000, and this the Curry Technology EzipE 1000. So these are two of the best scooters you'll ever get. So yeah, but we'll start off with the EzipE 1000. So what we did to modify this one is we put a hose clamp on the Super 1000. The Turbo one. Oh my God, sorry guys. The EzipE 1000. We put a hose clamp on the EzipE 1000's headlight module because it was kind of slipping around and all that. So it stays more kaput now, so it doesn't move all over the place and be a huge inconvenience. So hose clamp holds that steady. And then this is something I do not recommend you guys do unless you absolutely know what you're doing. What we did is we modified his scooter and we made it so it's running on 60 volts to 63 volts. So it runs off of 63 volts instead of just 36. So now it's going at now it's able to run a lot quicker. It's actually, this scooter now, which used to be like 10 miles per hour slower than my scooter, is now actually faster than my scooter over there. But that one's not modified when it comes to battery. But this one has 63 to 69 volts going through it. So, but I do not recommend this unless you absolutely know what you're doing, because mine's one of the older versions of the EzipE 1000, so it used a 4-prong charger, and this is I took this off the EzipE 500 and changed it, but it originally came with a 4-prong charger, and the computer it came with is an older version, so it was able to handle more volts and more amps going through it at once without blowing up. So but I do not recommend that unless you know what you're doing and your computer is the one that's from the older versions, from the 2011 EzipE 1000s. But this one is one of those. It's one of the last ones that they've been that they produced and sold. So I got the last one, I think. But this is what. So it has a bit more sturdy of a computer in it, so it can handle a little bit more voltage than the other ones can. But so yeah, but anyway, we have we have 24 volts of power right here, and then we have 36 volts underneath in the bag, and this is what propels the scooter at 30 to 32 miles an hour, it's what gives it the speed and power. But originally this battery here was sucky. It sucked because the charger was way too over voltage, so it would think that the battery would be charged when it was not. So we modified the charger and made it into a 63 volt charger with the EzipE 500 charger, and then this charger for the scooter, original charger, and then we just wired them together in series, so that way it would give us 50 some volts. So now it charges the battery. And don't mind these little tape things on here. These are really old. These are actually been on here since like probably a year ago. These I put on here a year ago, so it's old. So don't worry about that. But these batteries are in good shape. These are the EzipE 500 batteries, and the batteries underneath here are they're running better now because they're using both of the chargers. And the EzipE 500 charger was a much better charger because it was smarter and it worked better. So, but it works a lot better now, and it gets quite a bit better range. So yeah, so that's pretty much what we did there. And we are going to be building a battery, like a battery mount, so we can put the deck back on the scooter and then have the batteries just stay in place, because right now we just have them bungee corded to the thing here, so it's not really it doesn't really hold it in place as well. But we are going to be building a compartment for the batteries that we're going to probably just like screw into the deck, so that way it stays in, or we're going to move the batteries and put them in like in a bin or something that we strap back here. But right now we're not worrying about that because they're just, they're in a good position where they are. But yeah, so we were gonna be doing that, and that's the upgrade we did to that scooter. But what I did to mine was I put a cargo bin on mine. So mine had like 2 little bolts going through the front here they were actually meant to be used for a basket, because this seat post would originally be facing the other way, but I switched this seat post guard, because if it were facing the other way, this would just keep hitting this back fender piece here, so it wouldn't be a very good, it wouldn't be a very smart upgrade. It would be sort of a cheesy upgrade, I would actually have to say, but it would just not work as well as it used to. So yeah, but what I have in here right now is it's able to hold a lot, actually. This thing could hold my laptop bag. It could probably hold a couple of other things. This is like I think this is about probably a 10-gallon bin here, but I have my multimeter in there for if we have to check the battery power for any of the scooters. I just have this little magnifying glass, and then I have which the magnifying glass was, we were originally going to be using that at the park to like play with it and melt stuff, but yeah. But what I have in here, this is a repair kit that I built or put together here. This has all of the tools that the scooters need to be able to be repaired, modified, upgraded, and whatever. So we got some forceps. I'm not really sure what these are, but I think they're forceps or vice grips. I think these are vice grips. These are vice grips. We got some vice grips, some snub nose pliers, and these, which are wire cutters slash snippers or splicers. And then we have a adjustable wrench, and then we have many different Allen wrenches. These are the primary Allen wrenches my scooter uses, and then we have this huge bag of other Allen wrenches for the other scooter, because it uses, both of the scooters use all different size bolts and all that stuff. So, and we also have a 2-in-1 screwdriver, flathead and Phillips head, standard size, and we have a backup, a spare fuse for if one of the fuses pops on the scooters, and we got some electrical tape if we have any electrical wire issues, where we can use these and we can just make a quick fix if we need to. So we got all that stuff, and we also got a tire inflator for the rear tire on my scooter, and it couldn't be used on that scooter if we have some, like if we have some problems, if we're at a house or something, we can borrow their pump or something if they have an air pump, and we'll just fill them up. And then I have a spare seat bolt connector for my thing there. So this is just the primary kit that we have for the scooters. If any of them if they ever break it down or anything like that while we're riding, if we need to tighten anything, we have the kit to do it. And then this, I don't know what that is. That's just some spare bolt. But yeah, so the kit just goes in the bottom here. It doesn't really fit too well, but it just, we don't really care. I just don't really care. It can afford to be scrunched down in there. So it just goes in there like that. And then you see that it's bolted into the seat, and this is a custom bracket I have that I put together there, and it just bolts into the seat and holds this thing in place. And there's like a little plastic foot pedal from a Power Wheels thing underneath here that holds the thing and keeps it from swaying back and forth too much, because I accidentally miscalculated how high I needed to put in the screws. So it's like it kind of floats in midair when it's empty. So if I didn't have that foot pedal underneath it, it would like shake around and it could bust the bracket and all that stuff. So, but other than that, right now it works just fine. Holds itself in place just fine. Because if I put it back here, this piece, seeing how the suspension's right here, it would just keep slamming and hitting the bottom of this, and just it would just totally jostle around what's ever in here. So, and it looks cool. It looks better with having this thing right here, and it works better because I can just put my feet right here, and then it makes it so my legs stay straight and all that, so it's not uncomfortable. and it keeps the center of gravity of the scooter in a better place. So you have a little bit more of the weight back here, and then instead of them in the front, or you don't have to have like tons of weight in the rear. So it keeps it evenly spaced out when it comes to weight, and everything else is pretty much the same. I didn't upgrade any electronics on my scooter because my scooter is just doing great. It doesn't really need any upgrades right now. I am thinking of getting the hill kit in the future, so it gets a little bit more torque, so that way it can match this scooter, because this thing just takes off whenever we go on rides now, because it has the 63 volts instead of puny old little 36, but it's still pretty good. I mean, my scooter's awesome. This thing only goes about 2 miles per hour faster than my scooter, but it has a lot more torque. But my scooter is still pretty much standard, except for the fact that I have the bin back here to hold all my crap and stuff. And then, yeah, it's pretty much all basic standard junk, or whatever you want to call it. So, yep. But anyway, we're going to be going on a ride to the park, and we'll probably be doing a review and all that stuff there. So, I'll be catching you guys later. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Stay cool, YouTube. Bye.